Hello, what's going on YouTube? So, it's your girl Sunshine. Excuse me. So, I wanted to do a video to talk about Dwayne Wade's son and Snoop Dogg's son. So, I guess pretty much that's the vibe of this video right here. And I'm going to be fixing me something to eat because I'm hungry. You know when you're like real hungry, you want everything that's in the house to eat. But I'm going to make me a grilled cheese sandwich right now. I could do something healthier, but no, I'm going to do this because I'm going to cook later on for my children. But anyway, so yeah. So, this is what I'm thinking, right? Like, did Gail send someone to go dig in to find some photos of Snoop Dogg's son? Is that what happened? Because I've never heard anything about Snoop Dogg's son until now. So if he's gay, he's old enough to do whatever he wants to do. You know, it's not a big deal at all. But I'm wondering, like, who put that information out? Did his son put that information out? Is that something that he chose to do? Even though right now is the worst time to kind of do that because it kind of looks like a diss on Snoop Dogg's character. And it looks like someone, I mean, honestly, it looks like someone leaked some photos, you know, as a way to try to hurt Snoop Dogg. So I'm just wondering, is that what happened? And I mean, the photos was very confusing because I'm not sure if it was for a photo shoot, like if he's a model, because he's a handsome guy, or beautiful, handsome. I'm not sure which way to go with that, but I mean, a beautiful human. He is a great looking guy. Snoop Dogg and Coco, they did their thing on that one right there. Boss Lady, I think that's her name. I think her name Coco, or is the daughter named Coco? I'm not sure. Him and his wife have some beautiful children. They do. That son is gorgeous. With all that makeup and everything, he still look gorgeous. I was like, okay, do your thing, you know. And he's old enough to do it, you know. He's in his 20s. I think he was born in 97, just like my daughter is born in 97. So, yeah. So, he got a birthday coming up because my daughter's 23. So, he'll be 23 as well. But, yeah. So, and then we have Dwayne Wade's son, you know, him coming out. And I feel like that's way too young at 12 years old. And so, me and my daughter had a conversation this morning because she said that in her psychology class, her teacher told her that at 3 years old, a child knows whether or not he or she wants to be male or female. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, it can't be, you know, it doesn't seem right. But I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I know my son at a very young age was always interested in my daughters. It look like I ain't got no neck, y'all. I got a huge chest. My boobs are real big, okay? And I do have a neck, look. But this video makes it look like I don't have no neck, just head and boobs. Oh, my insecurities, I guess. Speaking of insecurities, you know, Dwayne Wade's son. Like I was saying, you know, I do remember my son at a very young age, probably about 4 or 5, being real interested in my daughter's friends. She would have sleepovers and stuff, and he would just go all out his way to do anything to get their attention. And if they call him handsome, he'll be smiling from ear to ear. And, you know, I'm not quite sure you know, how that came about, that attraction. But ever since, he's always been stuck on the ladies. And I will say I'm very proud of it. I am. My son just need to get himself in line, you know. But I am very proud that I do have a straight son, because he is my only son. And I know, you know, some folks might be like, oh, well, you shouldn't say that. Well, whatever. I'm going to tell the truth, okay? Speak my truth. I am glad that my only son is straight. I'm very proud of that. But, like I was going to say, that, you know, at 12, I feel like, okay, you might know that you are feeling like you're gay at 12. With that being said, what extent do you take it to? Like, what level, where do you go after that? Okay, so now you know that's how you feel. What do you do next? You know, do you start taking hormone shots to go the extra mile, like the little boy girl Jazz from the TLC? Do you go to that extent? You know, how far do you go? You know, because Jazz did the whole sex change. And I'm just like, wow. You know, and his whole family has been there the whole time. As a matter of fact, my daughter said they talked about Jazz in her psychology class. She started the process, or she knew, or she, whatever, knew that at 3 years of age, that he wanted to be a female. And I know they've been on the show for a very long time. It's been a long time they've been on the show. And I'm surprised it's still on. But he's had the sex change. So I know he has the vagina, but I think it's like some complications or something. I don't watch the show, but I see the commercials, the you know, the little shows or whatever. But sorry about that. If y'all heard it, it's a phone call coming in. But I'm just like, okay, you know, his family was there to support him throughout the whole thing. They're still all on the show because he has brothers, and they're all on the show, and they look like they're just going through it. And I'm wondering, like, for Dwayne Wade's son, like, okay, he's wearing nails and he's wearing lip gloss, a lipstick, and a little heels or whatever, and I'm wondering, do he go the step? Is he going to go the step forward, or do the next thing and take hormone injections to grow boobs? Like, is that necessary? I watched the interview with Dwayne Wade on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and he was saying that his wife Gabrielle Union was talking to the members of the cast Pose to find out what they should do next. And I'm just like, are you serious? Okay. If that makes sense to them, then I guess whatever. It is what it is. It's not my family. It just doesn't make sense to me. Because it seemed like you should be talking to a therapist or a doctor or something about, you know, this growing into something healthy. Not listening to trauma stories from people who've been hurt. Because Dwayne Wade's son doesn't come from that place. You know, no one's hurting Zaza. No one's hurting him. So, I don't know. I just feel like therapy is needed. Therapy. Not going to talk to other gay people who've hurt and come from hurt places and who've been, I'm sorry, my nose is itching. Somebody must be talking about me. You know that old school thing? But not going to talk to other people who've been hurt, like grown people who've been through traumatic situations where their coming out has just been horrendous. Like, why would you go that step for someone who doesn't have that experience? Because as far as I know, no one's been like real angry with the process as far as like bullying the boy. Because I haven't heard, Dewade say that, he's been going through a lot of bullying or anything. I mean, it seems pretty much accepted nowadays. And like I was talking to my daughter, and like I said, she's 23. And I was just like trying to, I just wanted her opinion. And also, this weekend was, we celebrated my youngest daughter's birthday. Yesterday she turned 15, but we celebrated her birthday Saturday. So I was talking to one of her friends spend the night. So I was talking to them too. And like I said, they're both 15. And I was just wondering like what their thoughts were. And they both were saying the same thing. They both said that they felt like, he was too young to know that. And I was thinking, that's interesting coming from a young group like this, because I know they see it all. Because like I said before, my youngest daughter, both my daughters have had friends that had male friends that are gay. And both of them, have been around male children who wants to be identified as females. So it was real interesting to hear them say that, they feel like he's too young at 12 to know. And I was really wondering, like, would they really tell me that? Like, my daughter, I know my daughter, she knows me, so she knows she could say whatever. Not whatever, but she could be pretty honest, except for, no cursing or anything like that. No cursing, but she could be brutally honest and let me know how she feel about some things. And, she was just saying, I think he's too young to make it a lifestyle change. Because what if he gets older and does hormone shots and injections and everything trying to soften his voice? Because, of course, the voice is going to change the older he gets. His Adam's apple is going to start showing, probably once he hit his little growth spurt, and he's tall, he's going to be tall too, like his dad, I'm sure. So, all this will probably start happening. If he's 12 now, this all will probably start happening in about 4 more years, once he turns 15, 16. I have a 16-year-old son, so I know he went from being real short to like sprouting up. He's taller than me now, and he's only 16. And, his voice is deep. His hair is growing right there, and, his legs are super hairy and under his arms. And, I can't imagine where else hair probably is, wherever it grows. So I'm just wondering for this child, like, how far are they going to take it at 12? Like 12, I'm sure he already has hair everywhere, and so it kind of makes you feel, that has to make you feel manly, because for girls, like, we don't like to have the hair everywhere because it makes us feel manly. So we like to shave. Some people not that hairy. But you know, like I said, his voice is going to be deepening in a couple of years. The Adam's apple is going to start to show. You know, he has his nails done, and you know, is he going to grow his hair out? He definitely can. I mean, this is questions that, you know, I need to know, or I'm wondering in my mind, because I'm thinking, you know, how far are they going to take the whole he's changing into Zaya, whatever, Zay. Because I don't know what that name is. But how far are they going to take this? Are they going to come out with a show, a TV show? Because it seems like it. I mean, because I feel like maybe he should have put it on Instagram or Facebook and just let that be that. Let everybody have at it. Not do interviews about it. And then I think Zaya did an interview saying that he just wanted to come out and, you know, he wanted to speak his truth. And I'm like, all these words, these certain terms and stuff, all sound very familiar. Like, do he have a coach? Is someone coaching him to speak a certain language? And not saying it's a bad thing, but maybe just to get his point across. Like, who is he talking to? What is he watching? I know it's not my child, it's not my business, but I am going to discuss it because it's a public thing. You make it public, then people want to talk about it. So that's what I'm doing. You know, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If he wants to be gay, you know, that's his business. It really is. But I'm just wondering, at this young age, how far are they going to take it? Because with the jazz boy, he took it real far, and I know he started at a young age transforming and surgeries and different types of things. So, you know, but he doesn't look happy on the show. So I wonder about, and like I said, I don't watch the show. I just see the previews on the on the commercials, because I watch 90 Day Fiance a lot. I like Say Yes to the Dress. So I watch a couple of shows on there, and they're always showing that preview. And I'm just, I wonder about all that. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Like, how far is it going to go? When is it enough for a 12-year-old? I know he's going to the gay pride. Oh my goodness. Have anybody ever been to the gay pride? Let me tell you. I've never been. It's not my speed. Like I said, I have nothing against LGBT community. I have nothing against them. I would probably go if I was like in Atlanta or New York when they had pride, and if I had someone to go with, I would go and have a ball. What I do know is I've seen, my hair looks a mess. I haven't flat ironed or nothing because I'm natural, and I only pretty much flat iron it if I'm about to go somewhere and I'm just chilling around the house. So yeah, it looks real nappy and then straight, whatever. But I would definitely go to gay pride. But what I'm saying is, I've seen videos and stuff of gay pride, and the men walk around half naked. And I'm just wondering, like, I don't think kids should be in that type of environment. And also the carnival. You know how they have the carnival day thing, event, festival, or whatever, and all the people got their booty out and they shaking and stuff. I don't think that's appropriate for children also to be around. I feel like it's making them see sexuality in a sense where it's going to make them think about sex. And I think it's kind of perverted when you have sexually people being all sexual, far as showing their genitals almost, men pretty much wearing nothing. and their penis is protruding, and then you have children all around that. I think that's a bit of perversion. Like, I don't like that. I don't think that's right. So, and then I'm not sure how old Zaya was at that time, when those pictures surfaced of him and Gabrielle Union at the gay pride. But I felt like that was too much. Like, he shouldn't even been out there in that environment. So I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why? That just seemed like too much. But what if he grows older at 18, meets this bomb ass chick, wants to be with her, realizes he's not gay, he's bisexual, and he doesn't want breasts, but he's already been forming breasts because he's been taking hormone shots, and then ruin his life. Like, I don't even think at 12 he should be getting his nails done. Like, my daughters, I don't think they were 12 years old getting their nails done. I understand. He come from a whole different household. They have money. The fame, the celebrity is there. So, you know, different rules apply. But I'm just concerned. Where's his mother? That's my thing. I know his mother, Dewade, pulled him away from his mother at a young age. So my worry is, who guided him in this direction, or who was there for him to walk in that direction when he was probably missing his mom? Because my daughter was like, well, it seemed like if he would have been with his mom, he would have been, you know, gay, not with his dad. And I'm thinking, but if he was separated from his mom and he's the baby, you know, that last child is always a little more sensitive, I think. Because I have 3. So I know my youngest, she's sensitive. I'm the youngest of 2. And me and my sister, we're 10 years apart. And I've always been the baby. Always been pretty spoiled, you know. So I wonder, like, you know, if he's... I just think therapy is in line. I hope with all this going to talk to people, to the cast members of polls, I hope they're going to also talk to some therapists about what's going on and get him some therapy so that they can make sure emotionally he knows what he's doing. Not, you know, talking to gay people to help him get through. Talk to some therapists, you know, to figure out what's going on with him. Because if your child was born a boy, is a male child, and then he changes and he says that he wants to be a female child, I'm thinking he doesn't like who he is. Why is that? I feel like therapy is needed. You know, I'm wondering what's going on in your head, because you don't like yourself. You don't love yourself. Why is that? Why? Why would you want to change to the opposite sex? You know what women go through? Real quick, I didn't mean to make this video this long, but we go through a whole lot with our cycles each month. This shit ain't cute being no girl. I mean, I know we look good and we got a lot of fun things that come with us, you know, but it's a struggle. Emotions are crazy for most females. Oh my goodness. You know, we have a lot we have to go through. It ain't easy being a girl. It looked easy. You know, but I just don't feel like most guys couldn't deal with what women go through. Childbirth then. having your periods, the crazy emotions that's all over everywhere, and you're not even understanding what's going on at the time while you're doing it. I just don't understand. But that's just my rant. And then with the Snoop Dogg and his son, like I said, his son is older, so it's all on him. But I wonder if Gil team or Susan Rice team put out those photos because Snoop Dogg got out of line. Because he got out of line and he straightened up real quick. And then you see what happened with those photos, right? Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen them, look it up. The child,